Accept your death.
Yo, what's up, Bonehawk? Shujinkydink here. Welcome to a video all about the Kolloseum top 16. I was very honored and impressed with myself, kind of, that I qualified for that even. I think I came third overall for points, so this was the finale of the event here in a traditional tournament style. So I have to face off against Kodakane here, who is playing Kung Jin. That is traditionally a bad matchup for Quan Chi. Basically, my strategy is to try and keep Kung Jin as far away from me as possible. If I do have to fight him up close, I got a mix and a dream, and that's about it. Wake up neutral gun punch, just frickin' do it. I'm getting a lot of input errors during these sets that you might notice. There's one particular one coming up, I think, next round. I think that butt drop there has a backdash gap in it. I think you see me start to abuse it later on in the set. It doesn't really do much except make him a little bit more negative, which is always a good thing when trying to deal with this pressure. But yeah, so basically I want to keep Kung Jin as far away from me as I can, just zone him out. It does have some good anti-zoning options, so even there it's not like a, like a sure thing. Okay, so here we go. So we're going to do this combo here because it gets the most damage, and we want to get the most damage before we do our reset. Boom, boom, overhead, womp, womp. My skull did not come out. That is the tournament nerves at work. And you know, when you haven't really played competitively for a couple years, and you just throw yourself back in the thick of it, which I never really intended with this. I just showed up a couple weeks and started doing well, and I was like, hey, maybe I run with this and just see how far I can see if the old man still got it, And that's something that I kind of preach to a lot of people about tournament nerves. Is if you want to get into competing, there's that backdash that I was talking about earlier, by the way. If you want to get into competing, you definitely want to try and get rid of those nerves as much as possible. One of the best ways to do that is by continually putting yourself in a situation over and over again. So whether it's, get a couple buddies together and you all have these little weekly events that you run, and then you just kind of practice playing under a little bit of pressure there. Maybe you just enter in, some online like ESL kind of things. Just putting yourself in the situation is the best way to kind of prevent that from happening in the future. And I know it from practicing myself, so that's definitely my word of advice on that one anyways. So we're down a game. Definitely want to... now the thing about Kodakane is Kodakane plays a lot of characters very well. I believe at one point they had Ermac, which is scary. They have Reptile, which is scary. And of course Kung Jin. So any sort of a loss, I wasn't really sure what the pick was going to be. Last time they played Reptile against me after their loss, so I don't know if it was going to be the same. I have no way of really telling here. So in this game I have a little bit more success off the bat here. We're going to even out the health bars. We're sitting on full stick of butter here, full meter. And one nice thing about Quan is when you I should have used a meter on EX room because I'm not really building any other meter here. They're just kind of sitting there, and that was kind of a waste on my part. But one nice thing about Quan is when you have the trance, there's a slight moment where neither player can really do anything. So it's a perfect opportunity to look around and just see where everything sits. Where are the life bars? How's my meter? Is this combo going to kill? Do I need to use a bar meter to get it to kill? Is it worth it? All of those answers can happen in the span of just a second and a half. Boom, snipe them out of the air. That was supposed to be low bat, but that's okay. Down 3 standing 1 throw. Even works on Sonic phones. That's the read here. The run in. Several times I get kind of fucked because I forget that there's a run button and I'll do something completely unsafe, like try and summon a bat, and it'll just run straight into me. That's one of the things I never really got. Oh, and again, I missed my input with the rune. That would have been it there. That would have been the game. But we get it anyways, We got these. That was a clean one, too. We didn't lose around there. That's important to me. For nothing other than just bragging rights. So we're gonna... I believe I have a little bit more success with the zoning here. I was actually surprised that they stuck with the character. Anti-airs and throw techs, 2 things I'm good at. I got a lot of random jumping punches in this set. I am jumping a lot. I'm not really sure that I like that. Not usually how I like to play, but, like I said, tournament nerves there. That's smart right there of me to build a meter on that one. I was kind of making the odd, you know, read with the ruin just on the wake up, just to try and meaty on the wake up. Couldn't even break out of that if they wanted to. They probably wouldn't, because it wasn't a great time to use a breaker. But yeah, so like every once in a while, because I'll try and do a wake up, you know, dive kick or a wake up jump or something like that. So yeah, see, I can't really punish them there for that, but I believe it keeps them from going out. I don't think it's even plus frames. I think it's like -4 or something like that. I could be wrong. Any Kung Jin out there can let me know. That was a lot of work for 26%. I gotta say, like that was supposed to be down 3, but you know, we take what we can get. Again, not what I intended. There's a whole lot of not what I intended, but sometimes it just works out. This is a scramble right now. Now freestanding one throw. Boom. Chest bump. Ooh, and that was a beautiful read on my jump. Because again, I was getting too jumpy. I was getting too jump happy, you know? If I would have done like a meaty trance there, that would have been the most disrespectful shit, but it would have worked. I believe that jails into itself. I expected them to block that there, but they didn't. I suppose that's why they call it a hard to blockable. Or fun to blockable. Going straight in, they have meter. Which they're, yeah, I was gonna say they're gonna want to break here. Might be their last opportunity, you know what I'm saying? Me forgetting that I have a 6-frame down 1 until the top 16 finals. And would you look at that? Skydrop comes in clutch! It actually worked for once! Anyone ever says Skydrop is useless, you just show them this video and says Dink. Says otherwise. And here's the proof. So here we see the character switch to Reptile, which I was kind of expecting, but I wasn't 100% sure. I'm not really sure what that setup was. Like, yes, it makes your dash safe. I don't know if it makes it plus. I wasn't really sure. Anyway, so another kind of tournament fundamental thing that I should talk about is switching characters in a 1st to 3. A lot of the times, not all the times, because it does work, but a lot of the times, switching characters after the first loss is the best bet. Because if you switch characters and then get absolutely rocked, then you know, okay, that's not the pick. Go back to character before, you know. Again, not exactly the case here, except for I'm kind of doing some gross mixing here. Wake up trance would have worked there as well. I see why I do it so much. Boom, look at that smooth punish. I'd actually practiced that before this, because I'd seen the bracket, I knew I had to play Kolloseum first, so if there's something I should practice, it's probably punishing reptile punish. And that back 1 option select is so good. If you're a Quan player, I recommend you get used to it, get used to the spacing. Oh my god, that was such a scrubby double jump. Me just freaking throwing things in the air, like one of those is gonna hit him. And it did. And 1-4-1, and do I read? I read the wake up dash. Back throw, very smart. I was actually trying to enhance it there, but I didn't quite hit confirm it. I was expecting a wake up dash. But no, we ended up taking game or set number 1 against Kolloseum, so this would line us up with someone who absolutely rocked us the first time we even played in the Kolloseum, which is Cyclone. So get ready for this set. So this matchup is not very fun for Quan Chi.
You must not value your life.
You'll kind of see why in a minute here, but I mean, Predator has some really good stuff to begin with. So, and the thing about Cyclone too is Cyclone is such a good Mortal Kombat X player. They know the pace of the game, and they will play that pace and just overwhelm you. And a lot of the things that Cyclone does really do make me kind of nervous and like want to play faster than I really should, which makes me make a lot of mistakes. Now the thing with this variation of Predator is you have that instant air overhead you just saw there. You also have a safe on block launcher that can kind of armor into itself. So you do it, they do it once regular, and then you block it. I know, so Cyclone had a pattern of doing it again with the armor to try and hit you trying to take your turn back. So I was very kind of aware of that, and that was like a main strategy of mine from watching Cyclone play. They didn't compete a lot in the later weeks, so there wasn't a whole lot of footage for me to watch, but you know, YouTube's a thing, so we do our best to kind of prepare. That's too bad. That standing one hitbox is so good, but I just was too far away to convert. Yeah, see, there's them armoring the rune gap. I somehow managed to avoid the entire hitbox of that exploding move. So this whole time they're making reads, I'm really just trying to find some sort of an opening, and we get one. So we're gonna do the old corner switcheroo here, and oh, I didn't quite get away in time, and I jumped right into the freaking trap. So game number 1 goes to Cyclone. Let's see if I can maybe try and keep him out a little bit more the next turn. Try and zone a little bit more, because that pressure is just ridiculous. Okay, so let's see if we can actually get a turn this round. I'm gonna be careful off the bat against Predator, because, you know, they got that super high reaching down 4. They were doing great jobs of reading my jump-ins. Ooh, okay, we're getting something going. Didn't want to take a chance on the jump-in whiffing there, so I just didn't do a jump-in. No, I convert! That's so sad! I tried to actually do EX trance because I was pretty sure it would kill. Ooh, that was a sick backdash. Very smart. Managed to wildly chip them out. So we won a round, so we got something going here, so better than being down 2-0, that's for dang sure. And now there's the counterplay by Cyclone, so I'm sitting there after they're doing that hair flip. See, that's exactly what I was reading that we're going to do. So then they started poking me afterwards, you know, instead. Things like that. Just mixing it up afterwards, because that's all I had really planned for. It's like, and I see the one hair flip, they're going to do the enhanced one after every single time, and they did a great job of mixing that up. I ultimately passed away because of it. Final round. I'm really just trying to catch their movement here because, again, a bad play. The run-in with the armor was very nice. 2 bars, but they get a launcher, and I'm in the corner, and they get a knockdown. Every place that Predator wants to be. And we enhance it with the... This should be it into a day 1 Quan Chi combo. That's a day 1 B&B right there. That felt cool. That felt cool. I remember saying that when I landed it. Yeah, that was a day 1 B&B right there. Only because I was able to use the enhanced. Alright, so we're game apiece here, so I'm already doing way better than I was the first time we played, because I got a game. Didn't even get a single game. I'm not even sure I got a single turn the first time we played. Either way, can't get too penisy. We just won 1 game. They have no meter there for the armor. I go absolute savagery and go down forward 4 into trance. I did notice at this point, I think that's why I made that call, is they were blocking low a lot. And maybe not expecting me to do the raw overhead, but hey, it's me. I'm probably going to do it. Let's see if I try and make use of this corner interactable. Oh no, I didn't even get a chance. I'm not sure why didn't they just finish me off there. I wasn't going to break. That would have been a very bad decision.
Round 2.
That's all the meter I had going into the next round. Not seeing really too much I could have done here. Putting that disc up kind of really protects their jump in. Me just wildly swinging for the fences. Something about. Here are a series of throws, I believe. I think I got thrown like, yeah, 4 or 5 times in a row. Bit of a mind game, I suppose. I woke up skull. That's absolutely not what I wanted to do, but hey, we were flustered by the throws, so we do those things. And there's another one. That should be brutality. Boom! So, I wasn't really sure what to do at all because the pressure is just so insane, and so many options, and Quan Chi was trying to find a time to use the corner interactable, and maybe they knew that, and that's why they kept throwing. So I didn't really have chance to armor in between any sort of gap in their string. Could have been a very genius play there. So now we got our backs to the fences a little bit here, down 2-1. Next game could eliminate us completely, and we're already starting this game off not very well. Okay, they had a big drop. This is going to cause us to get the corner reversal. This is exactly what we need here. Knockdown. They have no meter to do this. Wake up, standing 1. Boom, boom. Launch you in my room. And then we go for our standard reset, 4-2-1. Overhead works again. And in one crazy Quan Chi turn, we always use the rune at the end then, just to get a little bit extra meter for the next round. And that actually built us our bar as soon as I did that. So I believe I popped off after that round. We were in the Bonehawk Discord with, I think, Grim Jang, Hater, Carl, Blue Raz, I believe. And I had a mini pop off every once in a while, you know. Gotta have that confidence. There we go, that gives them a free launcher as well. Technically a meterless launcher. Or did they use meter on the move? I can't remember. That was like 10 seconds ago. So there you see the polar opposites of Quan Chi in the corner versus Warrior Predator in the corner. Trying to run right in. I'm saying no. Nope. Not very often I miss that conversion. That kind of shows I was a little bit... We're playing MK11 out here! Smashing down 2s and shooting. Alright, we're just trapped in the corner. This is Big Dammy. They knock us down, throw that out. The first opening, bam! That's the armor that Quan Chi has to use, is the interactable, and I was watching my meters, I can't have a bar, I just need to find some gap here in the pressure to use it. And I don't know if they forgot about the interactable, but kind of a big brain play by myself. Final game, 2-2, for winner's side top 8. Definitely not what I wanted. Forward 4 into monk shot. Definitely not the play. But that's okay. Keep into it. Again, doing much better against Cyclone than we did last time we met them. Throwing that disc to guarantee a jump in. Are the throws starting again? That, again, was not what I wanted, but it did look cool and it did look intentional. So, as far as anyone else is concerned, it's not you watching this video right now. It's exactly what I wanted. I hated that I had to play on this stage. I hate the flashing and all the bullshit. Didn't even lag that much for us. It was all that flashing and stuff. It's cool in the story mode, but doesn't make for very good... I wasn't going to break there anyways, but... They did the throw, and they threw me out of the corner so that I was less chance that I would tech it. As they would probably guess that I wouldn't think that they would want to throw me out of the corner, but... I guess that's the read I got. Bang. Bang. Bang, bang, bang. Bang. Oh, that's a skull. Whoosh, or whatever the sound the skull makes. Not great at imitating that. More pressure with the disc. Ooh, that was going to be a back 2. That would have been a sick conversion and a big turning point in the match. Again, I'm jumping all over the place like an idiot. Getting a little anxious. I was supposed to be 1-2 EX rune, and at least I stopped the brutality. Or did I? Yep, I did. So, Cyclone sends us to losers, and we still have a chance to make top 8 though, but we have to play one more match against MK Active, so let's see what that match looked like. So I don't think it matters what game you play. Mileena is always going to be annoying, especially in MKX. Not as much in MK11 because she's not that great, but she's still super annoying. That was kind of a weird conversion for me, so I was lucky to get any damage, but dropping 141 sucks. I don't know how I managed to avoid all of her tomfoolery there. Instead of doing the neutral jump punch, try to bait the anti-air skull. I gotta say, those combos by active are something else entirely. There's another freaking big brain move. Raw forward 4 and the trans. Whoop. Fat fingered my my pad there and got the touch screen. We are in a King of the Hill here. I've tried my best to cut out as much of the downtime as I could between matches, because if you've ever played a King of the Hill, you know, even if you're playing against one person, that does take a little bit of time to set things up in between. Of course, that string by Mileena that just shreds whatever armor you'd use. Not that you have to worry about that so much with Quan, but I guess there's always that Shao Kahn interactable in the corner. But I wanted to save that for a more clutch situation. If you know what I mean. Do I do the back two? I don't know. See, right here I read back to trance. Good thing I didn't. Missing the anti-air, but we pick up a combo. Force them to break. Yep. It isn't so scary without. Oh, I missed. I didn't have the meter to run and punish it, which sucks because that would have been the game. We got Mileena in the corner. They would have had to guess. Boom, boom. The absolute epitome of Mileena combos. Down one, down one, down one, down one. Ball roll, ball roll. Take a shot every time Mileena does a ball roll. There's a reset. This. Hit him with a perfect legend. And Bob's your uncle. Heading on to game number 2. So we're up game 1 against Active. And kind of see what they make. I know they play a couple different characters, but... So as a competitor, I never really had to worry about Cyrax much. I got a stand switch instead of a standing 4. That's weird. Because, you know, back in the day, Cyrax wasn't really that great. But he's very annoying to play as competitively because he does these huge, long combos that take forever. And then he'll only do like 32%. It's a lot of work for not a lot of reward. And you know, you're kind of like, come on, get on already. You already got this big combo going. I'm sure people feel the same way about Quan Chi, but at least he hits you with damage. Like, you know, 1 bar, 43% or whatever it is. It's pretty good. One nice thing about this matchup, though, is that Quan Chi wins the trade with trans versus net. He'll be able to. That wasn't going to allow me to do my big juicer combo, so I just did the forward 1-4-2 just so I can get a little bit more positioning, the full screen advantage. If I can get my zoning started first against Cyrax, generally do okay after that, but yeah, I was going a little bit too early on that. That was a little bit too late on my forward 3s there. Cyrax has a bit of a different jump in too, I believe. Could be wrong about that, but I'm trying to hit me with the fun to blockable here. Just 10%, which is not. That is a flawless. Oh boy. Could I have done any worse? Literally no. One thing I noticed is Active jumps a lot. And that's, I think, I was trying to anti-air, but my timing was so off that, you know, if I would have had more success with that, things might have been different. But on this particular day, on this particular time, on this particular set, it didn't happen. Another drop. Got the dropsies. That time it worked. Boom, 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 boom. I think I waited too long after the stagger. Definitely not what I wanted. We got the moves that stagger. There. We got the timing on the fuzzies now. I don't think that'll be an issue going forward. Just needed the one. I kind of forgot about the hammer there, I think, because I was saving that for a hype moment. And that would have been the hype moment just to get me out of pressure. And I didn't use it. What a waste. And that's the unfortunate thing about random stages on MKX is we get the frickin' lovely Sky Temple again. And we're kind of forced to play it out because we're on stream right now. How wonderful. That's okay. We're zoning out Cyrax here. Look at that read. I knew it was coming. 1-2 punish. They're trying to run in. You can see their meter there blinking as they're trying, but they don't have the stamina meter. Meter management is really important. That was a fuzzy I was not prepared for. I did not know how to block that one. Must have been low overhead, I guess. Oh, never mind. As soon as I say that, I block it. Look at me just summoning the bat right in their face. Like, no! Get around, regardless if it's on the Sky Temple or not, you know?
Round 2. Fight.
It's just what we do. Big punish. Big punish. I think the optimal punish would have been back 3-2-4. But we got something, which is better than nothing. Again, down 1 punish is better than nothing, but still leaving a lot of damage on the table there. Not sure I agree with that use of meter from them. Didn't really get much for it traded, but maybe they were making a read that I wasn't aware of. Hard to say. Send them full screen, and we're going to set up our bat. They tried to do something. So now we're up. We got our 2 games. Look at that. We're 2-game winning Andes. Alright, so once again, they switch back to Mileena. We're at another Game 5 situation. Hitting us with all the craziness here. But we got craziness too. I was pretty certain I wasn't as close to the corner as I needed to be to hit my Opti combo. But, take what you can get. Ooh, also looks like I read the, press a button and wake up. Boom, boom, go for the reset. Boom, boom, boom. Clean round. Clean round. But we don't have any meter, so we gotta be careful of that. Swinging that back 1 around, trying to hit something. You know, the random ball roll. You hate to see it. Is it really that random though if it works? I would argue no. Now it's Mileena's turn to play in the corner. Ball roll, ball roll. Just kind of stuck here. Not really sure what to do. Oh, I don't think that breaker was on purpose. I think I remember that. I accidentally mashed my breaker, losing all my meter for the final round. Very, very unfortunate. Not only does it happen to me in MK11, it happens to me in MKX. They changed the meaty timing for me on the Ruiner. That's really smart by delaying the wake up. Oh, now I'm starting to read, jumping around and shit. Oh. And that's it.
Delicious.
Alright, sorry, I can't count apparently. This is Game 5. Oh my goodness, it's been a long day. Happy Valentine's Day, by the way. Hope you're doing something fun with your loved one. I am just sitting at home making this video. That's what I'm doing. Mileena's kicking my arse here. We gotta get something going. And we do. That's gonna be a combo. We're gonna full screen. Oh, never mind, they use the breaker. Delayed rune gets everybody. Active is another one. I guess it's just MKX players in general that just like to press buttons, but like the game rewards that, so I'm not hating on it, but there were certain strategies that I would kind of impose to try and take advantage of that, per se. Didn't work as much as I'd like it to that round. I could have been a little bit more aggressive in the zoning department, but zoning department, line 1. Need to be more aggressive, thank you. Surprised that worked, quite honestly. They were doing a good job of blocking my mix-ups. Oh, I dropped the 1-4-1. But I gotta pick up on a random forward 4 trance. You know I'll do it. You know I'll do it. Boom. Very smart. Kind of avoid the minefield that is my projectables. And final round. I want to thank everyone who supported me throughout the Kolloseum too. You know, watched all the videos and, you know, checked out the Kolloseum streams and left all your comments. I really appreciate that. You know, been a long series. I think I did like 4 or 5 weeks in a row. It's crazy. A lot of time. Kind of has me in the corner here, scared to press a button. Get strong and all that. I have one breaker, my last chance. And what do? Forward 4 trans. Ye old faithful, you know, always coming in handy. I missed my jump in, and that cost me the game. So anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave a like, because it really helps me out, and subscribe if you haven't. I can make new videos almost every single day. Hashtag Bonehawks, and GG's to everyone I played in the Kolloseum, and we'll catch all you Bonehawks in the next video.
Accept your death.